Anyone?
Okay, Shibudam.
For the first one, is the answer the fourth one? I mean the third one, sorry.
Why do you say that?
Because for the if you want to have an input, then that is a number, then you need to have int, then brackets, input, then the question, and then two close brackets, and it also wants to find the radius. So I think it's the third one.
I like you the way you've explained it. But does anyone have a different answer? Sorry about that. Does anyone have a different answer? Or do you all agree for the third one?
No, sure.
Okay, let me check. Well done.
All right, cool. So let's, for the second one, let everyone type their answers. Okay?
Okay.
If your answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, can you type it quickly?
Is this a different meeting? Because I think we accidentally left and...
It's the same meeting. I think you are logged out, okay? Welcome back.
Sorry.
So don't worry, we are continuing. So, okay, question 2. Can everyone type 1, 2, 3, or 4? If you know the answer, can you type? Okay. So we have some people saying 1, we have 4, we have 3. Okay. Oh no, we don't have 3. 4, 2, and 1. Okay, we have 3 as well. So okay, I think most people say 4. Let's take 4.
Well done, everyone.
Okay, all right, cool. That is brilliant. Okay. Number 3, okay, can you guys, okay, what is the answer?
Verbal needs to include underscore.
Okay, I've got most people are saying, most people, okay, 2, okay. Let's go for 2 and see if you guys are right.
Well done.
All right, cool. That's brilliant. So, okay. So let's quickly look at this example before we finish, okay?
Okay. Example, color-coded increase ink length. This program will draw a horizontal line with hash marks at 25, 50, 100, and 200 pixels, which have a thickness given by the user. Before drawing each mark, the user will be asked for a color and mark will be drawn in that color.
Right.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of code. So let me run it and let's see what happens. So guys, what is the thickness of the marks? It's asked us a question.
What does it mean by the thickness of the marks first?
Like, how thick is the line? Like, how thick is the line?
I think about
Nothing one.
I think
So you guys, you need to look at the code, okay? And look at what the code is doing. Can someone please explain the code for us? What the code is doing?
It's the size 1 because it says pen size 1.
The color should be. What color should it be?
I think the color should
It should be
black, maybe.
okay. Okay, let's go down. What color do you think it should be?
Okay, can someone quickly explain what the code is doing for me, please? Who wants? Praise, do you want to explain the code? Why are we getting these questions? Where are they coming from?
Well, these questions are coming from. So the first one, where it says send Tracy to.
What line is that coming from? The first question. Can you scroll down to the lower place?
Scroll down because
Oh, I think I know.
coming from line 27. Mark.
Thank you so much, Praise. Okay, all right, that's brilliant. Okay, the second question. Okay, Adeze, where is that coming from? Adeze. Okay, does anyone want to say?
I think the next one is red.
Gabriel, where's that from?
Line 33.
Line 33. Okay, all right, good. Thank you. So, all right, I need someone, right, to explain the code quickly in a few seconds. Who wants to explain what the code is doing from beginning to the end? If you are confident, can everyone lower their hand, please? Can everyone lower their hand, please? Okay.
Did you say we're allowed to do it?
No, I need everyone to lower their hand first, okay? Adeze Shibudom, can you please lower your hand, please? Okay, all right. Can I have someone that wants to raise, if you're confident and you know what the code is doing, okay, you want to explain it, can you raise your hand? Okay, I want someone that's not spoken before, okay? Any? Okay, Livingston.
Uncle Dad, can you disable the chat because there's 61 chats on there now.
Okay, guys, can you stop the chat, okay? Okay.
So?
Okay, yes, please.
Okay, so first, what happened here is they wanted to make a they wanted to put in they wanted to change the make the user change the color each time and the pen size. So what they did was they made this function. They made a function, and then underneath they used the function, but before that they put mark thickness in input. What is the thickness of these marks? That basically that basically says whatever you put in there will then become the thickness. And then lower down, it says what color do you want this mark to be, which will also change the color. And because they used a function with that, it would then change the color and the thickness each time.
That's really cool. That's really brilliant. Well done for that. So let's now go to the question. Okay, can you scroll down to Renolua? Well done for that, Livingston. Okay, so now the next one, who can explain line 31 to 35? Okay, what's that doing?
Well, Uncle, can I stop, please?
Hold on, Renolua. So you are the one driving. So let's give chance to other guys. Okay. So if you want to raise your hand up, please, guys.
Just hitting the pen size, and then they put a space, and then they've telling what Tracy's gonna do next, which is send Tracy to starting position, and then they've put a pen up to stop her from drawing, a set position to set where she's going to be, and then a pen down so to show that she should draw the trail.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what about the input? Okay, what's happening to the input? What is happening?
So the next one, it shows the marks thickness, which is putting a variable to which is the question, what is the thickness of the marks, and it's put 1 to 20 in it.
Okay, cool. That's really brilliant. Okay, so yeah, well done, guys. So Trinolua, over to you. Okay, you said you got something to say. Let me.
No, I was gonna say, I was gonna explain
Okay, cool.
31, but
That's okay. All right, let's continue then quickly.
okay. So guys, what would the color be?
Dark blue.
Okay.
No, the video is perfect.
Are you sure it will be dark blue?
Yes.
Okay. So what color will the next one be?
I think they had a red, and then after that they had gold. I think you're supposed to do red next. Yeah. And then gold. Nice.
All right, cool. Well done, guys. So that is brilliant. So okay, let's continue. Let's move to the next one, which is parameter. Okay. And there's a lot of exercises you can do that one at home. Okay. Let's move to the next 4.3. Okay.
Mr. Deji, are we going to do breakout room today?
Not today. I really want us to finish this one. Okay. So maybe so that we can finish this particular one. So next, if you go to the next one, please. Submit and continue. So this one is the exercise. You can do it later, okay? In your spare time, you can do this. Let's go to the next class, which is, I think, parameter should be. This is input, then the next one is parameter.
Are we doing this one, Uncle?
No. Let's go to the next one, which is 4.3, I think. Yeah, parameters. Okay.
Hi, in this video we're going to learn how we can use parameters to make our functions even more reusable. Parameters allow us to customize the commands used in our functions. Parameters are useful because they give us the ability to tailor our function values to suit our specific needs. Let's look at this example called makeCircle. The function is being defined on line 1 and the commands in the function have Tracy draw us a blue circle with the radius of 50 and then move forward the diameter of the circle. But what if we wanted to then draw a red circle, or if we wanted 2 circles of different sizes? Without the ability to use parameters, we would need to make entirely new functions to accomplish this. Parameters make it easy to alter certain parts of the function so that we can reuse the same function to accomplish multiple tasks. Let's take a deeper look into how parameters are created and used. To use a parameter, you must first include its name in the function definition. The name you give the parameter, such as color choice, must be the same name placed throughout your function commands wherever you want to use that value. When calling a function, if the function requires any parameters, you have to include the arguments, or parameter values, between the parentheses so that the function can use these values when performing the commands. You can use as many parameters as you want, but make sure that when calling the function, you enter an argument or value for each parameter.
I can't hear you. I can't hear your video.
In this code, we have a function called makeCircle that is taking 2 parameters, which are called circle color and radius. The parameters are created between the parentheses after the function name. The parameters are then being used throughout the function to control the color of the circle, the radius of the circle, and the distance Tracy moves forward after drawing the circle. You'll notice in the forward command, the radius parameter is being multiplied by 2. You can perform mathematical equations on parameters to control your code even further. In our function call, you'll see that we have provided the 2 arguments to be used throughout the function. We are first using blue for our circle color parameter and 50 for our radius parameter. Tracy reads the arguments in order and assigns them to the parameters in the same order. After the first function is complete, the same function is being called, but instead with red for the circle color parameter and 20 for the radius. When we run this code, this is the output we get, and we did it all in just 9 lines of code. In this example, we want to ask the user for 3 radius values, and then draw 3 circles centered on the canvas with those radii. Because we're not going to know what the radius values are going to be ahead of time, we need to write a code that will be able to work for any value entered. Let's do a bit of planning before we start coding. Let's start with the biggest circle here. The radius of this circle is 100, and we needed to move down 100 to get to the bottom of the circle. For the medium-sized circle, its radius is 50, and we needed to move Tracy down 50 pixels to get to the bottom. And for the smallest circle, its radius is 25, and we needed to move 25 pixels down to the bottom. So we can make the correlation that no matter what the radius is, we need to move Tracy down the same amount as the radius to get to the bottom. In order for this to always work though, before we start drawing the next circle, we need to move Tracy back to the center position. Now let's write this code. Let's write a function that will move Tracy to the correct starting position, have her draw her circle, and then move back to the center. That way we can call this function for all 3 circles we need to draw. We're going to start with def draw circle, and we know that the user is going to be giving us the radius value, and we want to give that into our function as a parameter. So I'll write it in between the parentheses. Now we can start writing the function commands. First I want Tracy to move to the bottom of the circle, so pen up and write 90 so she's facing down, and then move her forward the same amount as my radius. Now I need to turn her back to face the right, so I'll use left 90. Now Tracy's ready to draw my circle. I'll write pen down, circle, radius. Then I want her to head back to the center, so I can use pen up and set position 0, 0. Let's test our function using a function call where we enter a sample radius value. So I'll write draw circle 50 and see if Tracy does that. Perfect. Now instead of us giving the radius value, we want to get it from the user. I need to save their response in a variable, so I'll write first radius equals int input, what is the first circle's radius? And let's capitalize that. Now instead of using 50 for my radius, let's use the first radius variable when we call our function. I need to copy and paste both of these things 2 more times so that I can get my 3 circles. So I'm going to copy and paste my call and save them as second radius and third radius, and change this to second and third. I then want to call my function using these different radius values. So instead of first radius, I'll use second radius and third radius. Let's see how that works. 30, 60, 100. Perfect! In this lesson, we learned how to use parameters to make our functions even more reusable. Now it's your turn to write some Tracy programs of your own using parameters.
Okay, before we start, can someone quickly explain to us what are parameters and arguments? Anyone that understands? Quickly.
I do not understand.
Can you play that video again, please? Sorry. I just want to just